Biggest surprises of week 1. That's the next segment I want to do. Okay. Number one on the list. Biggest surprise of week 1 for me. Iowa is a better offensive team than Oregon. Say that again. Iowa is a better offensive team than Oregon. Heading into the season, I said to Iowa, I said to Kirk Ferentz, please, just put out an offense that doesn't embarrass anybody. Just do that. Mediocre. Be mediocre and let Phil Parker continue to do what he does on defense. And they said, hey, RJ, I don't know if you know this, but Kirk got to sit this one out. Yeah, something to do with recruiting. Kirk got to sit this one out. So Tim Lester in game 1 says, we're gonna start out being base and vanilla. And they led 6-0 at halftime. And then they dropped 34 in the second half. He said, hey, Cade, you want to spin it? Cade said, hell yeah, I want to spin it. Let's go spin it, baby. Went for 251. He threw multiple TDs. Deacon Hill didn't have not one game last year throwing more than one TD at all. Cade McNamara out here slinging it. They dropped 40 for just the second time in 3 years against Illinois State. And the reason I get to say Illinois State is because Oregon was in a damn dogfight with Idaho. Who the hoe? Idaho. Idaho was damn this close, 17-14 in the fourth quarter to Oregon. All right? So I'm going to put it another way. They said, RJ, when you say things like Iowa is a better offensive team than Oregon, it makes us want to say to you, step aside or there will be violence. To which I said, oh, really? Iowa ranks 50th in the country in scoring offense. That ain't great. That ain't terrible. Oregon ranks 91st in the country in scoring offense as the number 3 team in the country. Nah, dog, I choose violence. And you know what? When Iowa drops 40 on an FCS opponent in their season opener, and Oregon struggles to score 24 in a nail-biting win against their FCS opponent, I shouldn't be the only person choosing violence. I shouldn't. If you're donating to an NIL collective associated with Oregon football, you got to be asking, what am I paying for here? I'm not paying to look up at the ceiling and go, why am I calling Jesus right now? Why am I calling to the Lord over the Idaho vandal? Why am I being vandalized in my own house? That's what I would want to know. Dead ass. That's what I would want to know. Tell me what we got here. All right? So I'm going to go to number 2 on my biggest surprises in week 1. Oregon might be sorry, which is next to Florida State, might be sorry. Okay? Oregon was supposed to beat Idaho, according to some books, by 49.5 and by others by 45.5. The total was 60. 24-14. The Ducks struggled to score or run the ball against the Idaho Vandals. People like, yo, RJ, they were spinning it. Dylan Gabriel threw the ball 49 times. 49 times. And he didn't go for 5 bills. He went for 360. It was dink and dump. It was dink and dump. It was dink and dump. Idaho was going for that throat, though, man. They was in it. And now, Oregon, who we thought was the second best team in the Big Ten, now feels like the 5th best team in the Big Ten. And let me tell you something, Ducks fans. The 5th best team in the Big Ten is not getting into the college football playoff. I don't give a damn how many Group of 5 programs you think that you ought to be ranked ahead. You're not going to be the lower part of the top third and get into the 12-team playoff. We're not going to have that. No. Again, I choose violence on this, and I want to know if you're a Ducks fan, why you haven't. RJ, chill out. Be patient. It takes time to gel. No, we playing football now. I don't want to hear about no gelling. Georgia didn't need time to gel. They stopped a mud hole in Clemson and walked it dry. 31-point differential. That's what I expect. Dominance. Perfection. Show me that you have no mercy. Show me you got a little Nico Iamaleava to you. See, I've been practicing. Iamaleava. Uiungalale. See, I've been practicing. I've been sitting in the mirror. I've been doing my exercises. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. I'm telling you, I'm getting there. I told you I was going to get there. I told you I'd be practicing. We practicing because I understand Nico demands it. Last thing that was the biggest surprise to me, because I only got 3 here, but this one I feel like hits different. So I'm going to start with this, and it's the exclamation point. Vanderbilt. Yo, hey, look, Vanderbilt. All right. I know I got some history with Vanderbilt, but I'm going to get to that. With their 34-27 win against Virginia Tech, Vanderbilt is 1-0 for the first time since September 1st, 2018. Their win against Virginia Tech was their first against the Power 4 team since beating Florida in 2022. And it came in front of a sellout crowd of 28,000. And their first game against a non-conference opponent since 2017. I want to clap. I really do. I want to clap for Vanderbilt because the students also showed out. And you know what? I ended up at the Vanderbilt Hustler. Hell of a name for a student newspaper, by the way. Because one of the things that I like to do when such an upset happens, when you do something that is cool, I want to go see what the student newspaper has to say about it because the student newspaper usually has a really good angle on what is national news to me, right? So I go to the Tennessean, I go to the Sentinel, I go to the Vanderbilt Hustler. And in the Vanderbilt Hustler, I get to read this sentence. Senior Simone Rockwitz, who was sitting in the student section, told the Vanderbilt Hustler, quote, "We're a football school now." Well, I certainly hope so, Simone. I really do. I want you to be a football school. You know why? Because let me tell you how being a football school works. Let me tell you what happens, okay? Because Vanderbilt upset Virginia Tech, I'm reading the Vanderbilt Hustler. Not something I would do if they did not upset Virginia Tech, okay? If it's a ho-hum, Virginia Tech beat them down, I don't care, you know? So I'm in the Vanderbilt Hustler because student newspapers do an excellent job of covering their own. And because the Doors had upset the Hokies, I learned that the student section was so full before the game that they also closed it before the game. So Vanderbilt students showed up in mass for this game against the Hokies. Sight unseen. Kudos to y'all. Like, full stop, dog. They had to close it off because it was getting dangerous to let more students in there. That's cool. I learned not only that the student section had been closed before the game, or that Simone believes that they're a football school now. I also learned, because I'm on the website and I'm reading the Vanderbilt Hustler, of one of the coolest services that I've ever seen from a university. It's called it's called Opportunity Vanderbilt, and it's being expanded. Opportunity Vanderbilt is a program providing full tuition scholarships to students with families making less than $150,000 annually. And about 54% of the people that donate to Opportunity Vanderbilt are Vanderbilt alumni. That means that if you are admitted and you enroll at Vanderbilt, they are committed to making sure you graduate. I don't think you could have done something that would warm my heart more. I don't. When I went to the University of Tulsa, it cost an arm and a leg. Right? It's probably stupid to go because I'm taking out loans that I don't know what it means at the time, and I regretted the decision. And when I went into my financial aid office, the financial aid officer told me and my mama, who was there with me, that if I could not afford to go to school there, I should not be going to school. And remember, I went to high school in Tulsa. I own a home in Tulsa. I do this show from Tulsa. I didn't pick the University of Tulsa out of a hat. It's supposed to be my hometown university. But the financial aid officer told me I could take a hike if I couldn't afford to go to school there. I like to think the University of Tulsa believes in its academics the way that Vanderbilt does, which means it's really difficult to get into school at TU, and it's really difficult to stay without financial assistance. And Vanderbilt has taken on that burden themselves. They have said, no, we didn't admit you to make money from you. We admitted you because we think we can help you get to where you're going. And it is our privilege for you to graduate and call yourself a Commodore. I take it all back, Vanderbilt. I really do. I don't give a damn if you never win another football game. I don't give a damn if you never win another football game in the SEC. As long as you got this program going on, there's not a whole lot you can do to fulfill me more than take care of these kids. Because that's why we go to college, to get a job. And you got to have a college degree to get a job. And the better your college degree, the better your prospects to get into grad school, law school, wherever. and become the kind of person that you wanted to be in this society. The one that is also pulling their weight but helping other people up. So this is how football works. Winning football brought me to Vanderbilt Hustler, which brought me to a story about Opportunity Vanderbilt. Because winning football gives me the opportunity to crow about your financial aid program on a football show. When people tell me that football doesn't matter, or when people tell me that football is just one thing among many things, I'm going, no, you don't understand. Football is how you get people to the door. Football is how you get people to Vanderbilt, how you get people to TU, how you get people to Ohio State. Football is a revenue driver because we care about it so damn much, and usually to the detriment of other things. But this is an excellent example of why we need college football and its power. I truly, truly love that story. That was my third big surprise of the week. Want to get to top 5 standout players of the week, and I also want to do a little bit of top 25 a little bit later on, but I'm not going to chew all of this. I think I'm just going to jump to one that I thought was really cool, and that is Nico Iamaleava. It ain't just that Nico Iamaleava went 22 of 28 for 314 with 3 TDs against the Chattanooga Mocs in one damn half of football. It's that while up 38-0, he told media he had one thought in his mind, and that was to keep our foot on their throat. And I got to tell y'all, as an old-ass millennial, it makes me feel good to know you Zoomers still got a little TJ combo to y'all. Got a little TJ combo to Iamaleava Nico. That's a Killer Instinct reference. And if you challenge me, I got Cinder on deck ready to light your ass up, bro. You don't want me with this. Killer Instinct been around since 1994. I've been playing it since 1994. You don't want these hands. All I do is stay on the sticks. I'm of that age. Nintendo 64, PlayStation, it don't matter. We can get it in. See me on the Ultimate Team, dog. I'm on PS5 and Xbox. What's up?